want to talk to you just for a minute before I share this video with you. Um, I want to make it clear to everyone out there that I don't work for anybody. I have never worked for KP. I only know her through, I ran across Mert, and when I started doing this work, of course, I've been doing it for, over 30 years or more. It started with Phil McConnell. But I can't tell you exactly how I ran across different people. I met some people who were already working on exposing Timothy and Daniel and these guys, Rebecca and Dodger and Sneaky Pete, and I can't name everybody right here. William Murdoch, Monograph, Glow. Glow was very kind to help me, and so was Mert, with some information and allowing me to use their information, some of their information. My husband suggested I start making videos because, I've been at this a long time. He said, you have a lot to say, you should do that. So I started out just pointing the camera towards the TV, and I think the first time I ever did it was when Phil McConnell was talking from jail, and I could see how he was building his cult. And that's where a lot of my expertise came in. Was I was in a religious cult for several years, and I call it my basic training, because you can't really understand something unless you've been there, unless you've been in the middle of it. That's called empathy. You can have sympathy for people, but to have empathy, you have to have been in their shoes, so you know exactly what they're going through. But I've been accused of being paid by KP, by the CIA, by all kinds of, black hats, you name it. But I just want to clear that up. I don't work for anybody. I've never taken a dime for anything. I've had people offer to support me. Don't you have a PayPal or something? No, I don't do that. I will never do that. I will never take money from anybody. I mean, unless I had a business or something that's where I was making my living. I'm not adverse to people having books for sale or stuff, but, the donations is where I run into problems. Because when you get money mixed up with telling the truth, the waters get real murky. And like I said, I'm not accusing anybody of anything. People do their thing, that's fine. But my total purpose of being on here doing these videos is not to get views, not to get subscribers, not to get any kind of acknowledgement for myself. My goal is to find the truth, and nothing but the truth. Do I miss it sometimes? Yes, I do. I'm a human being, just like you. I'm going to make mistakes. I've been deceived before. I'm extremely leery. But I want you to know that I've had a lot of training at what I'm doing, of life training. And I've been running a support group for years, and people know that they can trust me, because they tell me something, they would have to torture me to get it out of me, because if someone's going to put any kind of trust in me, and that kind of makes me nervous, I want them to know that I'm going to keep whatever they tell me close to my heart, unless they give me permission to say it. So that's what I wanted to say. I am not out to hurt anyone. I always go to the people I expose first and try to reason with them. And the Bible says if you have aught against your brother, go to your brother alone. And if he refuses to hear you, then take someone with you and go back and try to talk to him again. And if he won't hear either one of you, then you take it before the church. Well, in my case, the church is the World Wide Web. And that's what I did with my own website for the cult I came out of. I went to him alone. I tried to talk to him, the pastor, the cult leader. And when he wouldn't listen, others tried to go too. And when he, refused, after he threatened my life, when he refused to hear anything, I took it to the internet. 5 years later, he dropped dead with 3 heart attacks in church in front of everybody. And he said I was the one that was going to die in a horrible fiery crash and be burned and charred beyond recognition. I know I'm a little long-winded, but I just wanted to explain that to you. I don't work for anyone. I'm not on a quote-unquote team with anyone. I am an independent researcher. I appreciate those who have helped me along the way. I named some of them. I can't remember everybody right now. But I am not affiliated with any of these people as far as, like we're this gang trying to get somebody. Everybody kind of works independently. My work is independent. I don't ask anybody what I could put out there unless it's some of their material, and I will do that out of a courtesy. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat, and I think that kind of stuff should be kept out of this kind of work. I don't think you should be, doing that unless you're going to be balanced, unless you're going to, if you're going to expose the KEW Anon thing, then you also should expose the Anti-Fa and the Block Loves Mitter group. But when it's all one-sided and you just go after one side, that's very biased. I don't do that. I'm going to show you both sides. That's what, I don't consider myself a journalist. If I did that, I would go to journalism school or whatever college or however you do that. I would, but I'm not here to give you the day-to-day news. I'm not being paid by any corporation. I'm just after the truth and to shine my light into the darkness. I'm not out to sue anybody, to bring charges against them. My purpose is to shine a light in the darkness. And that's what works. Because the darkness doesn't like the light. You turn the light on a dark place and you'll see all the cockroaches and rats start running. So that's what I do. I just shine a light in the darkness. God bless you all. And have a good day. One more thing I'd like to say is, if I'm not mistaken, both of my YouTube channels have 1 strike already, or 2 strikes already. So if I get another strike on either channel, that channel is going to be gone forever. I'm on my 4th channel. So if you would please subscribe. If you're interested in what I say, I'm not trying to push myself. I just, if I disappear, I'd like for you to know where to find me. Of course, Divine Interloper is the channel I'm on now, because the other one I'm, banned from for 2 weeks. That should be up pretty soon. But it's Divine Interloper and Divine Interloper 2 on here. So if you want to continue to see my stuff, subscribe and click the notification bell, so if I put something up, you'll see it. Otherwise, I'm on Divine Interloper on BitChute. And I think I'm on Rumble and several other ones too. I can't even remember all of MeWe. If you're interested in what I have to say, please do that, so that if I do disappear, you'll be able to find me. God bless all of you, and have a good day.